the city of Madison expanding on what it says has been a successful start to a new first responder program.
Plus, an explosion and fire at bottom of the iconic Hoover Dam. The video and what officials say happened.
And more than a dozen representatives arrested during a pro-choice rally in D.C. as the House passes a new bill to try and preserve same-sex marriages. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Our ability to stay with that patient extra time and be able to have that dialogue and build that rapport is really what kind of makes all that difference.
A difference maker for hundreds of people in Madison. 674 last year, to be precise, emergency calls that used to draw a police response. Instead, drawing members of a team who live up to the CARES program's name. Today, Madison announced the CARES program is expanding.
It is a staffing, availability, and geographical boost aimed at better assisting people on Madison's south and west sides. Armand Rahman has more. Armand?
Charlotte and Eric, the second CARES unit soft launch in April, and Madison's mayor says that move already increased the team's ability to respond. Now they're looking to do even more. Paramedic Paco Bonin has always valued connecting with patients.
I always enjoy, talking to patients when there was, when that was possible.
That's why last year he decided to move from the emergency room to the streets of Madison, joining the then newly formed CARES team. They directly help people going through behavioral or mental health crisis.
Whether it's get off the streets or get enrolled in the program, so that's been very, very meaningful.
Nearly a year later, CARES is clearly needed. Crews responded to nearly 130 emergency calls just last month. So now the city is doubling up, adding 2 paramedics and 2 crisis workers responding out of the Fish Hatchery Road station.
And this location, particularly being so close to the Beltline, will also help us to get to patients across town and shorten the response times to the west and south sides of Madison.
CARES connects patients to facilities like Journey Mental Health or reconnects them to a different system, ideally avoiding a police response altogether. It's a formula that's drawn Attorney General Josh Kaul's attention as one that should be in communities statewide.
This also frees up our law enforcement officers' time so that they can spend a larger share of their time investigating the most serious offenses, including violent crimes, and working to protect public safety.
It's a challenge Paco has embraced. Knowing his unit's growing role shows each of the connections they make truly matter.
There's some days that are not as easy and some days are heavier, but we take the victories really to heart.
Now, all someone needs to do to reach a CARES professional is dial 911 and ask. CARES teams work 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., but the mayor expects to expand those hours as soon as next week if necessary. Dispatchers do call on the police department, which also has 6 mental health officers.
And a developing story tonight, a 15-year-old drowned in a pond at a campground near Lodi this evening. Columbia County deputies were called to the Smoky Hollow campground at 5:40 for a report of a teenager who had gone under the water but hadn't resurfaced. First responders found the 15-year-old roughly 50 minutes after they had last been seen. They were taken to a hospital where they were pronounced dead.